It isn't right. Partridges in North America are dark gray, not white.
You'll have to excuse Nicholas. He sometimes gets lost in his animal books. Sometimes I think he'd rather be in a zoo than on stage.
This stage is often a zoo. Come, Fraulein. Come. Oh, farewell. And it's Dusseldorf, Hans.
It's Henry, Victor.
Yeah, whatever.
Victor, you're not going to make me wear a gray bird on my hat, are you? That's going to clash with my costumes.
Well, I don't know, fellas. I think after this holiday tour, I'm going to retire.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, listen, I'm ready to settle down once. I'd like to do a little fishing. Maybe go to church on a Sunday morning like regular folks do. Sing some of the old hymns.
Yeah, or maybe check out some little old widow lady, huh? Maybe let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love.
You know, I'm really looking forward to performing on our own for a while. 4 tickets to success. What a piece of good luck.
Well, tough luck, Richmonds. Your engagement in Philadelphia has been canceled.
What?
You can't be serious.
Yep, I just received this telegram. It appears their box office is worse off than ours. Sorry, kids. Maybe Victor can use some more singing Vikings in Chicago. Merry Christmas.
Canceled? Just like that? What are we supposed to do now?
Well, it looks like we'll just have to stay here for Christmas.
Oh, Emma, we can't. We've already rented our house. The McCurrys have already moved in. I could smell the corned beef and cabbage cooking before we got to the end of the street.
Couldn't we stay with friends?
Well, we can't, Nick. Every friend we have has gone to visit relatives, or has relatives visiting them. Well, that's it.
Yes, that's it.
What's it?
Visiting relatives. We'll visit your parents.
We'll do what?
We'll go to Riverview.
Oh boy, I love visiting Grandma's and Grandpa's farm. All the animals.
All the dirt. Mother, I love them and all, but I can't spend Christmas in the country. You know that.
Lucille, this is out of the question. They aren't expecting us.
Well, yes they are. Your mother wrote just last week, and she was explaining how much she would love for us to visit them this Christmas.
Yeah, my mother might be glad to see me, but my father, seeing me is the last thing he'd want for Christmas.
Then we'll really surprise him, won't we?
The carriage is here to take you to the train station. Should I tell them to go on?
No, Preston. We'll be taking a train, but we'll just be going in a different direction. Would you send a telegram to Mr. and Mrs. Chester Richmond at this address in Riverview, Pennsylvania, and tell them we'll arrive the day after tomorrow?
Consider it done.
Tell them Henry and his family are coming home for Christmas.
Now, wait a minute, Lucille.
Oh, Henry. Can't you see a light in the window? Isn't that a face at the door? At the gate they're waiting, just like they've done before. Extra places set at the table, extra presents under the tree. That is where my reservation's taking me with 4 tickets to Christmas, 4 tickets tonight. All aboard on the Midnight Express. Gonna make some tricks, gonna change my address, and no more letters or postcards, no more calls on the phone, or I'll be there with my bag and bear and 4 tickets for home.
Lucille, this is impossible. We don't have the right clothes. We don't even have the right tickets.
Henry, it's December 1st. Nothing is impossible. Come on, Nicky, are you with me?
gonna make some tracks.
Emma, what do you say?
I'm gonna change my address.
Now we got a Christmas! And no more letters or postcards. No more calls on the phone.
All right, I give up. So I'll be there with my bag and fare.
And 4 tickets for home.
The telegram's been sent. You only have 10 minutes to make the train.
We'll make it. Goodbye, Preston. If anyone needs to reach us, you have the address. Just tell them we're going home for Christmas tonight.
We're going home for Christmas.
Jingle the bells, everybody's making spirits bright.
We're going home.
Let's call Christmas all up.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. We're going home. We're going home. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. Tickets to Christmas, 4 tickets tonight. All aboard on the Midnight Express. Gonna make some tracks. Gonna change my address. 4 tickets to Christmas. 4 tickets tonight.
And let's do it again.
Chester.
All aboard on the Midnight Express. Gonna make some tracks.
Buffalo.
Gonna change my address.
Erie.
And no more letters or postcards. No more calls on the phone. For I'll be there with my bag and fare. And 4 tickets for home. 4 tickets. 4 tickets. 4 tickets. For over the river through the woods. We're home.
It's phenomenal. That's how we got to my grandparents' home. And that would have been, let's see, your great-great-grandparents. And in a sense, that train took us over the river and through the woods to grandparents' house we went. And we got there for the most extraordinary Christmas ever.
Here we go.
I know it's only been a few years since we've been here, but things look really different, especially this barn.
There they are. Grandma,
Nick.
Grandpa, it's us.
Chester, look, it's Nicholas. Gracious child, how did you get here?
On the Midnight Express.
On the what?
They bought the tickets.
Hi, Mother Richmond.
It's all of them.
Look at you. There's my boy.
Hi, Grandpa.
Why, you seem fine to me. Your mother said in your letters you weren't very happy this fall.
I am now.
Now, Nikki, is that the truth? You know we don't have any secrets.
I remember, Grandpa, and that's the truth.
You look beautiful, Emma.
Hi, Grandpa.
Lucille, it's been a long time.
Henry, you've come home for
Sorry, I
Christmas.
smell like the barn.
It's wonderful to see you, Mom.
What's it been? 2 years? 3?
5.
Hello, Dad.
Merry Christmas, Henry.
Well, what a wonderful surprise this all is.
Surprise? But didn't you get my telegram I wired 2 days ago?
Why, no. Chester, has anyone delivered a telegram?
No telegrams here.
And what's this, Dad?
Oh, except for some kid in a cap and a bicycle that stuffed that in my pocket when I wasn't looking.
But it's open.
Oh, I forgot my glasses.
Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you're here and we'll all be together for Christmas. Emma, Nicholas, you both have grown so much I hardly recognize you.
Excuse me, Mrs. Richmond.
Yes, what is it, Luke?
The pastor's here to see you, and also that lady who tries to play the organ.
We'll tell them to come on back to the barn. Oh, Luke, this is my son Henry. And his family, Lucille, Nicholas, and Emma. This is Luke Wilcox. He's been with us for a little over a year now, right? Best hired hand we've ever had.
Well, I'm happy to meet y'all.
Ah! Look what you've done! You've gotten mud all over my gloves!
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I guess it does get a little dirty back at the hog pens. Here, use my handkerchief.
Goodness.
Hey, Luke, do you still have cows and chickens?
Yup, and a very fat turkey. I bet it weighs more than you.
Dad, can I go to see the animals, please?
Well, I guess.
Oh, boy, let's go.
Hold on. Take the trunk and change your clothes first.
Come on, partner. Maybe you can help me swing
okay?
some pig slop.
I think I'm gonna change my clothes too.
Luke's been a real blessing. We've needed some extra help around the farm for some time.
Certainly have.
Well, I'm so glad you could fit a visit into your schedule. In your last letter, you said that you had a singing engagement for the holiday. Is that
We
right?
did, but it was canceled at the last minute.
Oh, I'm so sorry
That's
to hear
to be
that.
expected. How many people more irresponsible than musicians?
Now, don't start, Dad.
Of course, you can't earn a good living unless you produce something people need every day. And music sure ain't it.
Oh, and soybeans are.
Well, like I always said, you can't eat a trombone no matter how wide you open your mouth.
How do you know how to play a trombone?
Well, you can't
because
sing and
somebody else
dance. You
would
have
every
no
time.
money
I
on the
agree.
table.
Like
Kids are
to eat.
skinny. What do you think?
Most
the world, everyone, and happy holidays! Sorry, Mrs. Richmond. I didn't realize you had company. We'll come back another time.
Oh no, Pastor Doyle. This is family. Henry, this is Reverend Doyle, our church's new pastor. And do you remember Cornelia Washburn, our old organist?
Oh, that rings a bell. Then the Reverend Schuster retired?
Oh, yes, last year. But he's still in the front pew every Sunday. He left some mighty big shoes to fill.
That church is very special to me, Pastor. That's where I first met the Lord. I was baptized there. My wife Lucille and I were married there.
Yes, it's still special, and well, I'm trying to be a good custodian of its heritage.
I always forget. Pastor Doyle, this is my son Henry. He and his family are going to be with us for Christmas this year.
Your son Henry?
Yes.
Henry, the singer and music teacher. Here for Christmas? Oh, well, you're an answer to prayer.
I am?
He is?
Well, Cornelia and I were just going door to door to recruit people to sing in the choir.
Our church doesn't have a choir.
I know, but we do now. And we're about ready to start rehearsing for our Christmas program.
Our church doesn't do a Christmas program.
Yes, I know, but we do now. Henry, would you consider directing our Christmas program for us?
Director program? Oh, I'm sorry, Pastor. I don't think that's something that I would want to.
Henry, the Lord has bestowed upon us special gifts and talents for us to use, whether we plant his harvest or march in his army. And when you feel that hand of conviction, you can't turn away. You feel that hand?
Well, All right, I'll help, but I don't think.
Praise the Lord! This is wonderful! Practice starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
What? Can't tell you where yet. We still need a place to rehearse.
You can't rehearse in the church?
Well, we'll perform in the church on Christmas Eve, but there's activities every day until then. And since the deacons haven't seen fit to approve the building modernization program, we're still worshiping in a large wooden room lit with kerosene lanterns.
Electricity is unscriptural. All of us agreed, 8-0, majority rules.
Well, why don't you rehearse here?
Yes.
In a barn?
Well, why not? It sits empty for most of the winter. We could bring down the piano and the old coal furnace from the house, and then
I'll wait a cotton-picking minute. I don't think I want any singing and playing going on in my barn.
Well, let's vote. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Looks like the ayes have it. Majority rules. Henry, don't look so worried, son. Cornelia will give lots of help. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Cornelia here will give you lots of help. Wait until you see what this woman can do to 88 keys. Well, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye, Pastor.
Bye, Pastor Don.
Well, congratulations, Henry, on getting your way again.
Now, hold on, Dad. None of this was my idea.
No, but music was. Leaving was. Going to college in another state was.
Chester, please. It's Christmas. Aren't you glad he's come home?
He will never come home. Excuse me. I got chores to do.
Try to understand him, son. His father took over this farm for his father, and he was hoping you'd do the same. He just misses you, that's all. So you're staying a month.
Yeah.
That's a heartwarming Christmas gift, son. Well, I have some beds I need to make up, so I better get to the house. I'll see you up there then, okay?
We'll be there in a minute, Mom.
Okay.
You're gonna need to give him some time, Henry.
He's had 20 years.
So have you.
I don't know, Lucille. Maybe he's right. I am a failure. I can barely support us. And even when I do get a break, it's canceled. I've let everybody down. My father, you. Maybe I did make the wrong choice.
You were always so sure your decision to go into music was how you would serve God with your life.
I was sure once. Probably let him down too.
You haven't let anyone down, least of all me or God. You made the right choice, Henry. You listen to your heart. You heard a different song. That deeper, truer voice that said you had a choice to bend to the wind or be strong. So you chose a distance
Seems like it's been a long time since I heard that voice.
God's voice created the heavens and calmed a storm. He can always be heard.
But I simply can't ignore everything else. There's just so much noise now.
Some roads are always steep, but worthy of the prize.
Lucille, it's not that I haven't tried. You know that.
Journeys demand patience. Patience begs for time.
I've had time. What I need is a chance to show what my life has meant. How God has used all the time I've spent. Years of waiting for His respect. A nod, a smile, a look of pride.
Henry, this is your chance. The voice of God will be your guide.
You're right. You're right, Lucille. God put me on the path that brought us here. Why would I stop trusting Him now? I'll do it. I'll show Him what I can do.
Just show yourself, Henry, and listen to your heart.
Dear God, help me listen.
You'll always hear that voice.
Just watch, I will follow that deeper, truer voice that says I had a choice to follow the Lord all along.
Now it's time to turn for home.
Turn for home.
Where those dreams were always near.
They were always near. And if I trust my heart to God and then listen, His voice is all I'll hear.
Just trust your heart to God and then listen.
Hi there. Good job, Lemon. Oh, what happened to your outfit? Good morning. I don't know. All right, everyone. Anywhere you'll fit, that's fine. Take a place. Some of you can sit in the benches there, and others can stand. Rehearsal begins in, let's see here, 5 minutes ago. Luke, what are you doing?
Well, this piano took a few bumps when I brought it down the hill from the house, so I figured I'd better tune it.
With a wrench?
Oh, sure. I've been dealing with pianos a long time, Mr. Richmond. As a matter of fact, I write songs myself. I've got a whole bunch up in my trunk in my room.
You write songs? When?
Oh, in between plucking soybeans and slopping the hogs. I've got one or two that would be perfect for this show. I could get them right away.
No, that won't be necessary. We have plenty to rehearse today. Maybe another time. Lucille? Cornelia, are you ready? Oh, you certainly are. Could you get everyone's attention, please?
Well, hello everyone, and thank you for volunteering to sing in our first choir and present our first Christmas program. Christmas is always a time of birth and new beginnings, and that is especially true for us. We are very blessed to have Mr. and Mrs. Richmond's son, Henry, here with us this Christmas. Henry is a professional musician and has agreed to direct our program. Let's welcome him.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor. I'm honored to be here. Well, I've never really worked with a choir before, and apparently you've never really sung before. So I think we both better begin rehearsing right away. Please open your music folders to the first song. Now, I want you to imagine our program beginning with just a dozen lit candles on a large Christmas tree. And from that gentle glow of light, we softly hear angelic voices sing. Stop! That was very enthusiastic. This way. Let's try it again with just a little more restraint.
Interminable noise.
Oh no, it can't be.
Wait a minute, what's going on? Who are you?
Oh, so sorry. We just got off the train and we're looking for a telephoning machine when we hear this noise like tortured goat herd. It had to stop.
Victor, what are you doing here?
Hans, what are you doing here? Why are you not singing in Philadelphia?
It was canceled. We're spending Christmas here on my parents' farm. Victor, Eudora, everyone, you look terrible. What's happened?
Well, bad box offices everywhere. Even Chicago. Imagine, Wagner, canceled. We're on our way back from Syracuse when the train went kaput, right in front of this little town. Rabbit stew.
Riverview?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Well, Hans, we go in different directions and end up in the same place.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Henry, more singers to sing in the choir. It's manna from heaven.
Oh no, sir, it's Victor from Dusseldorf.
Pastor, this is Victor Schwab, Eudora Lindstrom, the Lamplighters, and some others from our company. I'm sure that train will be repaired in 24 hours, and then they'll be moving on.
Well, of course we move on. I cannot create art in a barnyard. And these poor peasants, no wonder they sing like croaking cow. If only they had some professional help. Like Victor. Observe. Achtung! Chin up, shoulders back, eyes front, nostrils flared. Piano girl.
That was inspired.
Riverview, everyone. You must be very tired.
Is it that obvious?
Well,
We sure had a long day.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And tired and hungry.
Well,
We
we'll-
could eat a real good home cooked meal.
Okay, ladies, we'll take care of it. We'll take care of that later on. Thank you so much. I'm sure you'll need some accommodations for the evening. There's a boarding house just down the road. Why don't you bring your luggage to the house and I'll make the arrangements for you?
Danke, Fraulein. Study that music, peasants. We will get back to work as soon as I return.
Alrighty.
Wiedersehen, Hans.
Yeah, that's right, Presents. I mean, people, everyone study your parts. Alma, Rose, and Charlotte, would you want to come with me to rehearse the trio?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I can.
Emma, could you put that mirror away and go move those quilts by the wagon? We'll be using them for some costumes.
All right. But everything is so dusty around here.
Thank you. And Nicholas, why is your nose always in a book? Why aren't you rehearsing?
I'm studying my part. See, I am.
Uh-huh. Now I want your lines perfect by tomorrow afternoon.
Why do I always so?
You're always the one because you read so much well. You just need to practice your delivery, speak up, smile, and project. I know you'll make me proud. I've got to go rehearse. Practice, all right.
All right.
He's full of static.
Nick, what's this? The complete book of animal care. You'll have a hard time finding the Christmas story to read out of this.
I found it up in the attic. Oh, Luke, please don't tell my father.
Don't worry, I'm sure your father is proud to have a son that reads so much.
My father's only proud when I smile and project to the back row.
Nick, your father just wants you to be the best that you can be.
No, he wants to. But I'm just not. I don't even like singing. I like animals. I want to work with them someday. Maybe be a veterinarian.
That's a wonderful dream. So do it.
I can't. It would disappoint my father.
But what about you?
What about me?
Nick, one of the reasons we call them dreams is that they're out there in the future somewhere. Take me, for instance. I don't plan on working on a farm my whole life. I want to write songs that lots of people will sing, and even more people will hear. I guess I figure that's a dream worth waiting for. Isn't yours? Sometimes dreams must wait, Nicky. Sometimes dreams must wait. May take years while you're perfecting a dream that takes longer than you're expecting. Sometimes plans get changed, buddy. Sometimes help comes late, but there always is tomorrow, and that's where dreams all wait.
Time to wait.
Hey, I was a kid once. I've got this waiting thing down. When I was a kid, you know what I did when I was just hanging around. Day after day, through every delay, I suddenly woke up and found that staying at home and sitting alone would never get anything done. Get out of the chair, get onto the floor, then say to yourself, I will open the door. So I went ahead and did as I said and started to follow my dreams. And what do you think? Before I could blink, it wasn't as far as it seemed. Dreams just around the corner if you take the path that's straight. For that's where dreams all wait. Have you got it, partner?
I've got it.
You sure do. When I was a kid, you know what I did when I was just hanging around. Day after day, through every delay, I suddenly woke up and found that staying at home and sitting alone would never get anything done. Get out of the chair, get onto the floor, then say to yourself, I will open the door. Sometimes plans get changed, don't they? Sometimes help comes late, but there always is tomorrow, and tomorrow could be great. Sometimes dreams must wait.
I knew you would improve once you warmed up. Now it's time to get down to some serious singing. Please, open your phone.
I should probably get to work too.
You probably should. Some things can't wait, right?
Right.
Excuse me, Mr. Wilcox?
Who? Oh, right, that's me. Yes, Emma, Miss Richmond. Is there anything I can help you with? You didn't get mud on your skirt again or anything like that, did you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I was wondering if there's any work I can do. I'm game.
You are? I mean, if you are, some of us were going to start building the sets out back. If you'd like, you could help with that.
Okay.
Time to scrape the chicken coop.
After my chores.
Chicken coop? I'm game.
Really? It's okay. Oh, you might want to take your gloves off this time.
Patience. Sorry.
Always reading. Just like your grandpa. Or your dad.
Oh, hi, Grandpa. Really? Dad read? I figured he always sang.
Oh, he did plenty of that, but in between times he read. He was very smart, just like you. Hey, that's a mighty big book you have there.
Yeah, and it's got some mighty big words. Can you help me with this one?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nicky. I forgot my glasses.
I see them in your pocket, Grandpa.
Well, the light's too dim in here anyway, and I'm way behind in my chores.
What's wrong, Grandpa? Don't you want to read to me?
Nicky.
Can't you read to me?
You and I don't have any secrets, is that right?
Yeah?
No, I can't read. I never learned how.
How come? Didn't you go to school?
Only for a little while. Then I had to stay home and work on the farm full time.
But your letters.
All your grandmother's doing. She's the only one that knows. I'd like to keep it that way, okay? Just one more secret.
Did you ever want to learn?
What?
It's my best subject. Reading, I mean. Well, next to science, it's not hard. We'll start out with the little words.
Nikki, it's too late. It's just too late.
Sometimes dreams can't wait, Grandpa. Sometimes dreams can't wait. If you spend your time waiting and wishing, you're never gonna know what you might be missing. Sometimes things get rough, Grandpa. Some days aren't so great, though there always is tomorrow. That might be too late, for sometimes dreams can't wait.
Sure, we'll start out with the little words.
Whichever one you want.
How about electricity? I got a point to prove. Come on. We'll go up to the attic and open the window. Light's better up there.
All right. Once again, let me move my director's stand. This time, let's try using the nostrils for the breathing and the mouth for the singing. Ready?
Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. The sight of thee at Christmas time spreads a
wonderful, everyone. I have never seen a group work harder than you have these past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is only December 15th. Just imagine, by Christmas Eve, everyone will have greased their windpipes and be singing from their diaphragms.
Victor, thank you for staying and helping. I know it's been a long 24 hours.
Oh, how could we not help when so much help was needed, yeah?
Yeah. Just keep things simple. All right, everyone. We've got to rehearse scene 3. So let's all get into place. Shepherds, lamplighters, I mean shepherds. Over here, this is where you'll stand to wait for your entrance. Good. Gentlemen, you're about to meet the heavenly host. Could you remove your hats? Carefully, yeah.
You're not going to make me remove my hat, are you?
You know, Eudora, you are the heavenly host. Keep your hat.
Thank you.
Just try not to fall out of the loft this time.
Okay.
Good. Now let's see. Where's my narrator? Nicholas. Has anyone seen Nicholas?
You think narrating was...
I'm sorry, what am I waiting?
You think narrating was the last thing?
You'd think rehearsing was the last thing he'd want to do. Hey, buddy, have you seen a young boy about, well...
Who?
Emma, is that you?
Sorry, Pop, I only got a second. I gotta size the flats, then ditch the wings. That stage crew talk. I don't know what it means, but it's always messy.
Unbelievable.
Come on, Pop. You know, everybody's problem around this place is they're afraid of getting a little dirty.
Hey, Emma, we need you back here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Whitewash calls.
Wait a minute, have you seen Nicholas? Has anyone seen Nicholas?
Right here. I'm right here. Sorry, I was with Grandpa.
Late again. Hurry and get into place. And where is your grandfather? He said he'd be here today.
He said he had some work to do, some real work.
I see. All right. Let's get started. Okay, everyone. Let's get into place. We've got to rehearse scene 3. Shepherds. Now let's remember how important this scene is. I mean, after all, it was God's first announcement of his son's birth. So let's all pay attention. Cornelia? Remember to breathe. Don't bend too far. And enter the shepherds. Oh, I did that. Nick, that's your cue.
Oh, yeah.
Little soon.
And there we're in the same country, shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
Not bad, son. Just a little bit louder next time. Let's try it now, shepherds.
Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious King.
Good.
The world in solemn stillness lay to hear.
Softer, and song. What was that?
They're just following directions. They're being so afraid.
Then they weren't listening. I said, fear not.
Victor, this is not the atmosphere we want for this scene.
But it is big and theatrical, like Wagner.
No. We want it intimate and worshipful, like God.
I vote for Wagner, and I think God would too. I know. let's take a vote. Show of hands.
No.
See? I win. American democracy. Such a wonderful invention.
No, quiet. Stop. Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you. Now, you were all very good. But I think Victor and I need a short creative meeting on the direction of this scene. So for now, lay this song aside. We may need to look at some new material.
Mr. Richmond, I have some new material. Songs, I mean. Right here, direct from my trunk. I know one of them would be perfect for this spot.
Well, that's not
Hey, you said you'd listen to them another time.
Yeah.
It's been 15 days. That's another time.
Come on, Pop. They're really good.
Well, how do you know?
Well, some of us have been practicing them.
No, but you were supposed to be building this set. All right, but make this quick. We've got a lot to do. No wonder the sets aren't getting built. And you're in on this too?
Don't worry, we'll make them quick. Here's one you're gonna love.
Ready?
Let's see, pretend.
It's a magical, magical Christmas when we decorate the tree. It's a magical, magical Christmas when our family we see. But what makes Christmas magical is the story of the true. It's the birth of baby Jesus. He came to earth for me and you. He came for me and you. It's a magical, magical Christmas when we play with brand new toys. It's a magical, magical Christmas for all of us girls and boys. But what makes Christmas magical can be found beneath the tree. It's the birth of baby Jesus to worship with our family. That's what makes Christmas magical, magical to me. It's a magical, magical Christmas when we decorate the tree. It's a magical, magical Christmas when our family we see. But what makes Christmas magical can be found beneath the tree. It's the birth of baby Jesus to worship with our family. That's what makes Christmas magical, magical to me.
Well, that was terrific with the children, Luke. I mean, terrific. I mean, bouncy and catchy and... but I think it's too fast. It's just too fast.
Oh, don't worry, I have one that's slower. It'll fit perfectly.
Well, no, wait.
Just listen.
Strolling, strolling,
No, go ahead. You guys were right.
Looks like we're looking out to get a new tenor. I say it looks like. Boy, old Mrs. Snagged old Tyrone, didn't she? Oh, she got
it. Charming, truly, but Luke, I think it's a bit old-fashioned. So how about?
Oh, I have one that's up to date.
Well.
When you're feeling all alone, I'll call you on the telephone to wish you a 20th century Christmas.
Left at home on your divan, I'll wire you a telegram to wish you
a 20th century Christmas.
Edison, he's the one that got the country all lit up. Mr. Bell, ain't he swell? It's so electrifying. Look out, it's multiplying. If you're ever stranded, we'll hop right in our Oldsmobile to wish you, to wish you, to wish you a 20th century Christmas.
Well, thank you. Luke, thank you. These were wonderful, and I'm not sure how to say this, but well, this part of the program calls for something more...
Faster, slower, louder, what?
More simple. Keep working, son. Nicholas Lamplighters, can I just see you a minute?
I haven't any wealth or riches to my name, though I've been granted health, great strength I cannot claim. I'm just a poor and simple man, uncertain of my worth, till I approached a manger, till I beheld a He came in straw and swaddling, he came in poverty. He did not come in strength or might, but helpless infancy. And now I know he came this way, so I could understand that he will always love me exactly as I am, that he will always love me exactly as I am.
Wunderschön. Very beautiful.
That was wonderful, Luke.
I wrote that song last year, just about this time. It was the first Christmas I really knew what it all meant. I'm not lucky like a lot of you who had parents to tell you about Jesus. I lost my folks when I was pretty young. I spent most of my life just working on different farms. But then I came here and met wonderful people like the Richmonds and Reverend Doyle and this church. I guess I felt like those shepherds, like them, that I didn't have anything to give to Jesus. I know better now.
I would like to hear more of your music, very much. Perhaps we could talk sometime also. Things are still very new for me in this country. I have many questions.
Of course, Mr. Schwab.
Danke. And the showing of hands for his music.
Does that mean Luke's songs are in the show?
Well, I guess we can rehearse one.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Richmond. You won't be sorry. Come on, gang. Let's go rehearse.
This is so great.
Victor, what would you like to do next?
I believe I will look at some new material.
All right. Okay, everyone, let's take a break. Back here at 3. This okay?
This has to go. This tree has to go.
I just knew you would like Luke's songs, Pop. He's gonna be famous someday. But he's wasted here on this farm, just like you always said you were.
Well, I wasn't wasted. I was just trapped.
What?
Nothing. They're waiting. You better go rehearse.
Thanks, Pop. You're really gonna be so proud of us.
And who am I going to make proud?
Henry, could you come outside and check the color on this scenery for just a minute?
I'll be right there.
Oh, Henry, have you seen Nicholas? I need to fit him for a costume.
Well, I saw him here about 10 minutes ago, which means we probably won't see him till Tuesday. Good luck.
Nicholas, are you back there?
I'm up here, Grandma, in the loft.
Now, how am I supposed to measure you way up there?
Just come up the ladder. I'll help. See, don't things look better from up here?
Well, higher anyway. What are you up to?
Oh, sometimes I feel like I'm in everybody's way down there. So I come up here to read. See?
What's this?
I think it's some sort of scrapbook. It's got a whole bunch of pictures and papers and stuff. Here's one about our Christmas show in Syracuse last month.
Nicholas, where did you get this?
I found it in a box up here behind some hay. It's got a whole bunch of cool stuff in it, like this trophy and this little coat and all these books and papers and music and stuff. It must be my dad's box. Everything has his name on it. Look at this, Henry Richmond, 100% in English.
Well, Nicholas, all these things are your father's, but that box, that's your grandpa's.
Why did Grandpa save all this stuff about Dad?
Well, because your grandpa is very, very proud of your father. His schooling, his music, everything.
If he's so proud of him, how come he keeps all this in a box out in the barn?
Well, your grandpa was hoping that your father would like the same things he did, but he didn't. Sometimes it's just like that.
Yeah.
Then, when your father went off to college to do all the things that he did like, well, he thought it was because your father was ashamed of him and the farm. A lot of angry words were spoken that have never been forgiven or forgotten.
Dad isn't ashamed. He always told me Grandpa was the strongest person he knew. The smartest, too.
He didn't even finish the 2nd grade.
He told me. He also told me he can't read.
Oh.
Nobody else knows, do they, Grandma?
No, he just always forgets his glasses.
But I can remember Dad telling me that Grandpa read him the Bible every night.
No, Nicholas, your grandpa only told your father about the stories in the Bible, like he learned from his father. It seems like such a long time since either one of them have spoken about the Bible much. It's been a long time since they talked about anything.
I wish Grandpa would show Dad this box. Then they'd have a lot to talk about.
They sure would. Well, I need to fix a costume and get some lunch, so come on, Nick.
Oh, we're sorry, Mrs. Richmond. I didn't see you up there. We came in here to rehearse, and I thought the barn was empty.
Well, it soon will be. It's all yours. Come on, Nick.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Here's the music for the new song. Just everyone gather around the piano. And Henry, Mr. Richmond, I didn't realize you were back there. Have you been there a long time?
No, not long.
It's getting pretty cold outside, so we came in here to rehearse. Are we interrupting anything?
No, I'm done here. See you at 3.
Thanks, Mr. Richmond. Okay, Cornelia, make those ivories dance.
Great job, gang. We're going to have a terrific dress rehearsal tonight, and the performance tomorrow is going to be even better. Luke, I must admit it, this song is just what Act 2 needs.
Then the song's in.
Yes, the song's in.
Yes.
Luke's entire trunk is in.
Yeah.
Luke, you are very talented, and Cornelia, you're very fast.
Let's do it again.
Well, there isn't time to do it again. You've got to get down to the church. Everyone's already there, along with the sets and costumes. Rehearsal starts at 7, and that's in, good grief, 20 minutes. Luke, Abner, grab that last prop and put it on your wagon.
Good thing you got a new wagon.
Please take these last few costumes.
Oh, I've got them, Lucille.
Thank you.
Good.
See you down there.
Right. And make sure Victor has everyone ready to go in 15 minutes. Where's Mom and Dad? We're ready to leave.
I told your mother to wait for us up at the house, but...
Oh, that's okay. We'll pick him up on the way out. Come on.
Your father, he's not coming.
He's not coming.
Henry.
Wait, don't tell me. He's got work to do. Real work.
I don't think that's the issue.
No, that's not the issue.
Dad.
Sorry, thought everyone had gone. I got hay to pitch. I'll come back later.
No, why don't you stay here, Dad? This is obviously where you prefer to be. Oh, this is not what I want to say. This is not what I want to do. Why is it like this, Dad? Why is it always like this? Someone ends up yelling or leaving.
I ain't the one going anywhere, son.
I have been trying for 3 weeks to have a conversation with you. You've always got something more important to do.
Everybody's always got something more important to do, don't they, son?
Is that what this is about? What I do with my life?
What you do with your life has never concerned anyone but yourself.
I keep trying to include you in my life and you refuse.
You refuse to stay in mine.
I didn't fit. There wasn't room here.
No, not true. There was always room, but you wanted something bigger, richer.
I just wanted something of my own.
Henry, Dad, please.
Now you've got something of your own. Leave me with mine.
You are the stubbornest man I have ever known. What I've got now is a Christmas program dedicated to the glory of God, and Emma and Nick are in that program. Dad, I understand why through your conspicuous absence you want to hurt me, but why? Stop and tell me why on earth you'd want to hurt them.
I don't want to hurt them. I just can't.
Change, Dad. You just can't change.
Wait, what is that?
That's old Edmund Fry's wagon. His fire wagon.
Oh, Henry.
Mother.
Henry.
Are you all right? What's happened?
The church is on fire. I can see the flame and the smoke just over the hill.
Oh, I've got to get over there. Oh, Luke, what's happened?
Look, it's the church. Victor and Pastor Doyle were lighting the kerosene lamps, and one of them fell.
Are they all right?
I don't know.
Is Emma with you?
We couldn't find her. Just about everyone was inside.
Where are the pails and buckets?
They're in the shed. I'm going to that church too. My granddaughter's in there.
Wait, Dad. Please, stay with Mom, Lucille, and Nick.
My wagon's out front. Hurry!
We'll be all right. Hurry. I'm going to see how long it takes to get out around.
I want to go home.
That night as it unfolded really changed the lives of some folks in our family, Peter. Life can be rough. but it can really be tough, and sometimes it can just knock you down so flat. But it's at times like those you've got to remember that God always keeps his promises, and he will walk with you through those tragedies.
But Grandpa, that was a real scary story. Was everyone okay?
Yes, Peter. And the fact that you are here is proof that everybody made it through fine. I remember so well that Grandma was tough through it all. She was strong. But Grandpa was really hurting. Through the fire and through that stubborn fight he had with his son, Grandpa was in pain. But Grandma, she seemed to have just the right words to get him through.
There you are. It's so late. I couldn't imagine where you'd gone. This barn is so cold at night.
Is there any more news?
Well, the doctors are just about ready to leave. They said Henry won't be doing any needlepoint for a while, but that his hands and his arm will heal. He was very lucky.
Oh, Eleanor.
God protected us. No one was killed, and Henry got Pastor Doyle out just in time.
But our church, our precious church.
The people are the church, and they're good people, and they're very good at rebuilding.
Part of this was my fault. Yes, my fault. I'm the one that persuaded the deacons to keep kerosene lamps in an old wooden building. Never was very good at change. I guess Henry was right. I am stubborn.
You are both a little stubborn.
What I said earlier tonight, I regret so much.
Tell him.
Excuse me, Mrs. Richmond?
Yes.
Is there any new word on Henry?
Well, the doctors are just leaving, and there's a lot of bandages, but he'll be okay.
Well, we brought back everything we could salvage in my wagon.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like there'll be much of a Christmas show now, unless it's in charcoal gray.
Well, wait a minute. Why don't you do the program here tomorrow night like you've been rehearsing?
Christmas? In a stable?
Novel idea, isn't it?
Well, why not? It's so new. Come on, we've got some work to do.
But Luke, it's almost midnight.
Oh, we'll be quiet. Bye.
Anyone back there?
Henry, what are you doing down here out of bed?
I hurt my hands, Mom, not my legs. I did hear that Luke was going to go and see about what's left of the costumes and scenery. I thought I'd help take a look.
Well, that's all right. I'll go look for Luke. Lucille and I will go look for Luke.
How are the hands, Henry?
Doing better, thanks. It really gets cold in here at night, doesn't it?
Sure does. Son, about earlier tonight, what I said.
I was hoping we could forget everything about earlier tonight. You don't need to say anything.
No, you're wrong. For too long a time, I didn't say anything. Now I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Show's gone. Just like most of my plans. Smoke and ashes.
No, you're wrong. You saved a man's life today. I'm very proud of you. I've always been proud. Guess I haven't done such a very good job of letting you know.
I'm proud too, Dad.
You are?
Guess I've done a pretty poor job of letting you know too.
There's something more. I haven't been the father the Lord meant me to be.
Dad.
No, I haven't. My greatest prayer once was for a son. Sometimes we're not very good caretakers of what we've been given. Forgive me.
Yeah. I'm proud of you too. No, we did that already.
Yeah, we did that. Far away, far away. I've been far away from him, Lord. Far away from the Lord. Almost as far away as I've been from you.
Dad, I may have never known God's word or trusted him as my Savior if it wasn't for you.
Seems like such a long road back.
It won't be such a long road back if we both do some of the walking. Christmas is a good time to start.
Yes, it is.
I remember how you used to say you loved Christmas because God chose to be born in such a simple way, poor and common.
I always took that as a great assurance that he'd always understand me.
And he still does. He came in straw and swaddling. He came in poverty. He did not come in strength or might, but helpless infancy. And Christmas always comes this way, arriving 'neath a star, reminding us he loves us exactly as we are. And I will always love you exactly.
Peter, that night, my grandfather and his father made a new commitment to Jesus Christ. And it changed their lives, and it's changed our lives through the years. That night, because of Jesus, horrible and broken relationships would restore, and real wholeness happen. That night, because of Jesus, sadness and fear was transformed into joy and hope. And because of Jesus, that terrible situation, the results of it were changed into something beautiful and wonderful. Peter, if I've shared this story with you, there's one part of it I want you to remember. That just as your great-great-grandfathers needed Jesus, you need Jesus in here, my son, to know him and also to let him know you. And Peter, just like you need Jesus, all of us here need Jesus in our hearts. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him would not perish, but have eternal life. You need Jesus. And the wonderful part of this story is not only do we need him, but that Jesus Christ, he wants a personal relationship with you. Peter, we all need Jesus. And now here is the rest of the story.
You're going to need an extra set of hands for a while. I've never seen a bow tie tied like this before.
Well, I would have had more time to get dressed if Dad hadn't kept me running all over town. Who'd have thought bicycles and buggies would have created so much congestion?
Well, what do you expect for December 24th?
I hope it's not crowded at the restaurant. Where are Mom and Dad? They said they'd meet us here about 7.
I think they're in the barn. Let's go see.
The barn?
Merry Christmas, Henry! I'm glad you finally showed up. We have a Christmas program we'd like to get started.
Well, I don't understand.
We're not doing the Christmas program.
Come on, I had my line ready that time.
What a drama queen.
Eudora.
Well, we got to wrap this tonight. Please listen carefully.